I am Chandrasekaran from India. Saulo pointed out that the need for organization of scarce resources and the need for protection from enemies played a key role in the rise of formal centers of social power. The decision of man to pool resources in order to provide assured supply of them to each member of the society and to subject himself to the authority of the collective in order to protect himself from adverse forces was an important milestone in the history of human civilization. Without formal centers of social power, it would be difficult to lead a peaceful social life. In the beginning, when there was no civilization, the physically stronger men dominated weaker men by physical force. Weaker men submitted themselves to the stronger out of fear. Originally, fear was the basis for social authority. Use of brute force is physical. It is localized in space and time. Fear is subtle and emotional. It can pervade space and time. Fear is more powerful than actual use of physical force because fear can be felt even in the absence of enforcer. Civilization is the process of restraining the lower expressions of raw energy like fear and sublimating it into higher forms like obedience, cooperation, and loyalty. The society creates formal organizations to sublimate the physical energy into acceptable forms of behavior. All social accomplishment is the result of this sublimation. The society codifies the desired social behavior as law, and the members are required to adhere to it. The law is enforced by the authority of the formal social organizations. At a higher level, the society accepts the values as cultural behavior. Man internalizes the values the society advocates. Internalization of social values makes the power of the whole society available to the individual. Through this process, an individual acquires formal or informal social power and becomes a leader. The individual who conforms to the values of the society is controlled by the society. He draws a little of the social power and receives benefits for himself. He needs and seeks the society. Such individuals are standard members of the society. The individual who rises above the level of the existing social values attracts the whole of the social power towards himself. He controls the society. He blesses the society with benefits. Society needs and seeks him. Such individuals are great leaders. All the social power can come to an individual if the effective link is made through values. The quantity of social power that an individual can receive is limited only by his receptivity. Values increase his receptivity. Organized social power emerges in the form of formal institutions from the unorganized social potential of individuals. Becoming conscious of the need for a formal authority and acceptance of it by individuals is the first step in creating the organized formal centers of social power out of the unorganized social potential. Acceptance has two aspects: individual accepting collective authority and the collective accepting the importance of the individual. Individuals' acceptance of formal social authority brings the power of the society to the individual. When an individual accepts the authority of law of the collective, his person, freedom, and property are protected. The collective's acceptance of formal authority of an individual makes his skill and knowledge available to the collective. For example, in many countries, the medical education is regulated and only a trained professional is licensed to provide treatment to the patients. When a state medical council issues a license to an individual healthcare professional, the society accepts the individual's knowledge as authoritative. A license or a certificate is a symbol of formal acceptance of an individual by the society. To discharge its duties and fulfill its responsibilities, the center needs the authority to deal with the members of the society that break the accepted behavior. All formal centers need this authority to function efficiently and effectively. Even informal sources of social powers, businesses, and non-profit entities need some kind of authority to handle such issues within their organization. Without authority, a formal center will not be able to link objects, persons, systems, events, and functions, and offer the strength of each to all others. But a formal center with absolute power and absolute authority often goes against the purpose for which it was created. Our history is full of examples for misuse of absolute power. Wherever the power of a formal center is checked and balanced by the power of another formal center, the society has been able to function peacefully and has made progress. For example, the judiciary does a very good job in providing this check on the state executive. As Saulo said, law is an interinstitutional police. Even informal sources of social power can check and balance the power of a formal center. Media is an informal source of social power. It has countless times contained or exposed the misuse of social power by formal centers. Informal sources of social power play an active role in influencing the policy of formal centers of power. Lobbying is an example. Formal centers often resist the emergence of informal sources because many a time the informal sources challenge the authority of the formal centers and pose a threat to the existence of formal centers. For example, modern technology has helped man create new types of educational organizations. They are informal sources of an important social power, education. While a few universities have accepted the new creation, others have not yet come forward to accept them. Both formal centers and informal sources of social powers are important and are needed for the efficient functionings of the society. Formal centers and informal sources of social powers are not competitors, are not contraries, are not enemies. They complement each other in providing a great service to the society. Thank you.